Check, check, check. Making sure everything is working in here. Thank you all in the queue. Appreciate that. Let me know if it's actually working. Oh, I had to manually go live. That was weird. Let me put this here. Let's see. I'm making sure I am live right now. Yes, I am. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome to the cancel meeting or not so cancel meeting. Depends on if your name is Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. And we'll see what's going to happen. So I will just add Critical Smokers stream, and I think he's already outside of the building to see what Tiffany Henyard does. Most likely she will probably make a statement. So we'll check out when that hits live on his end. I'll keep checking out what's going on his end. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. I know yesterday was a kind of a crazy meeting. Usually the township meetings are probably even more crazier. This thing isn't not working. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see, sign, make sure. Yeah, maybe I should just do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going back. I'm checking to see when he actually gets live, and then we'll jump right in.
And follow. And again, I think it's important.
That's not a meeting. Don't worry. No false alarm. Not a meeting. I'm just trying to fix this chat thing on these streams here, but yeah, we'll see what she has to say, because if you notice, and there was a notice. Actually, let me show that before we continue. There was a message saying that the meeting is canceled, and they said exactly why it was canceled. Let me pop that up right quick for you guys. So yes, no quorum for tonight's board meeting due to safety concerns. We regret to inform that the public and media that there will be no quorum, or will not be a quorum at tonight's scheduled board meeting for today. The decision follows unresolved safety concerns that were raised at my birthday meeting, a 9/24 meeting regarding the safety of the residents, staff, and officials. Despite numerous attempts to address these issues within the supervisor's office, we have yet to receive a response regarding the safety plan that is essential for ensuring a secure environment for all attendees. It is our priority to make informed decisions that prioritize the well-being of the community. We will announce a new date for the rescheduled meeting. Thank you for your understanding as we work to ensure the safety of everyone involved. Sincerely, Thornton Township trustees. And if you notice right here, from the desk of Carlisle and Gonzalez, you do not see Tiffany Henyard's name there. So she did not decide to stop the meeting. At this point, they decided we're out of here. So we're going to see what Tiffany Henyard does. She does, at this point, it's a regular occurrence that she will show up for these meetings, even when there has no quorum. So she has something to say for the public. So we're checking out when that stream is available. I am still doing something else over here in a second. But how you guys doing? What you guys thoughts on the last meeting? Anything that wasn't discussed? I know I dropped a video earlier earlier today, kind of recapping at least some of the things that I thought that was interesting enough. Another crazy one as usual. Okay, let's see. Will this work? All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's too much. That's not That's what I need. I need the other thing. Whatever. I'll figure this out eventually. Let's unmute. So yeah, I'm checking out, waiting for Critical to jump in. If you have a chance, go to Critical Smokers channel. Drop a donation. Just like everyone else that's out there, taking their time, driving, using their gas, get to these meetings, risking their safety at this point because we realize how crazy some of these meetings are. But I do understand what these people are talking about when they say, there's safety concerns. Now, a lot of these township meetings do tend to get a little crazy. As we wait, we could check out one of those meetings the last one that they were talking about. Actually, we could check that out actually, just to see exactly what they're talking about. Like that part, they're definitely not making up. And it all happened over here. Where did it go crazy? Where did it go crazy? Yeah, I guess right here.
Good evening, neighbors, trustees, and especially supervisor. I've paid attention to our supervisor for a year now, and regret that she does not pay much attention to...
Yes, I did. Let me know if you guys could see that highlighted comment. But yes, I donated on his last stream. He was just hanging out. So yeah, definitely want to support the people who are doing the streaming, who are out there physically. So yeah, take your time. You don't have to donate here. Go take it, drop it at Critical Smoker.
The people she is supposed to serve. Instead, she insists that she is about loving on the people while calling all those who criticize her haters wearing devil's horns. She stubbornly believes that she is still in control of the board meetings both here and in Dalton. She continues to campaign at our expense for another item in both governments when her constituents' biggest question is how come she is still in office. We have 7 more months to endure before a new supervisor is inaugurated. So I asked the supervisor, using the words of Trustee Jones, is it too late for you to do the right thing for the people? The purpose of my comment this evening is to ask the supervisor to work with the trustees reasonably. Reason is the ability God gave humans to make us superior to the rest of the animals. Elephants and whales have a much better sense of hearing than a human, but it's ridiculous trying to ask an elephant or a whale about the best way to distribute 9 million tax dollars between 155,000 people. A dog has much better sense of smell than a human, but if it poops inside your house, you don't expect the dog to apologize to you, nor do you expect the dog to respond to constructive criticism. By definition, an animal does not respond to reason. The only ways that humans can interact with them are to feed the animal, pet the animal, or give it a whack in the snout. This is my way of saying that the residents of Thornton Township can no longer afford the feeding and petting of the supervisor. Does the supervisor have an alternative to getting a whack in the snout? Not if she continues to act like an animal, convinced that she can outrun her captors. I wish you would mind the supervisor that your constituents were not born. You were not born there. On the contrary, every trustee in Thornton Township.
So that probably isn't the best, most secure way to handle a meeting, especially when you have a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people who are upset, a lot of emotion. You need your security to not only de-escalate, but already have like a sixth sense on, oh, this is about to go left. So jump in before things go crazy. Because when it gets like this, it is more difficult to stop a fight. I mean, we all have been through arguments and fights and stuff like that. You all been through situations where you're hanging out either at work or you're hanging out doing something and you know something's about to happen. So the best way is to kind of stop it before it gets to that point. So when I think it was Dots that first approached Paul that should have been the first moment to tell Dots to sit down. And then someone else approaches and it kind of goes all over the place. Oh, I think I heard something. Hold on a second. Let me get back. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna go straight to Critical Smokers stream. Give him a like. If you're a mod, please send the link down there so people could check it out. I see a $2 from Kevin Clausen. Whacked Tiff on the snout. I understand the metaphor. I'm not as sensitive as some others. I mean, of course, if you're Tiffany, you're not going to be happy with what anyone says that goes against everything she talks about, because that's what Tiffany is. But I think the way she kind of reacted, she has to understand that this is where, as a public official, whether you're doing this or you're on YouTube or whatever, you put your face out there. You have to take the hits. You have to take the criticism. Even if it goes kind of crazy, and if it goes to a threatening point, obviously you contact authorities, you make sure that you're safe. But people are going to say some crazy stuff about you. People may make videos about you. You have to. That's the whole idea of Actually, can you? It's kind of loud. This is what This is the package to take the hits sometimes. So, Cooking and Frank, the greatest speech in the history of mankind. Appreciate the $2, man. Appreciate you. Great video earlier today as well. Greatest speech. Dots and Kamal didn't agree with that. All right, so she's gonna probably come in and say you don't have a quorum. She'll throw some stuff out. I guess we'll see what happens now, since Jerry Jones was he resigned. He had a handwritten note. He was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And so we'll see exactly what the plan is, if she's going to have a plan. Is Keith Price going to be the trustee? Or Michael Smith? Or William Moore? Or, and could be Robin Hunt. He has a job. He reads Amazon receipts. Who else could be it? I don't know. No clue. But we'll see exactly who or whatever she has to say.
Let's do a roll call. Where's everybody from?
Let's see. No, not Dots. Nah, I think Dots wants to be the village administrator for Dalton, so maybe he'd be waiting for that job, even though that job has already been taken. But you never know. You never know. Lauren, I seriously asked a chat a question. What's the question? Send it again. The chat is kind of going fast right now. Uncle Lowdown, maybe he become the... No, I don't think so. Oh, man. What happened to Keith? He just showed up. He just showed up. I don't know. He kind of just did his thing. And... he was just, I didn't see him after he passed one of the cameras. I think it was Dalton Trustee's Ed Steve's camera during the live. You didn't see him again, because usually the village administrator has a report as well, but no department heads had reports. Actually, the fire chief and the police, whoever is the police chief right now, was back at the village hall. Kevin with the $2 super chat, appreciate you. Is this the real meeting? No, this is not a meeting. There's no quorum. So it's just performative at this point. This is where Tiffany comes in. She has her say. She will blame the trustees for not coming into work. She'll say that we do have security in place. similar to what she said in Village Hall. Oh, we have a lot of seats here. We have a ability to handle the overflow, blah, 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 blah. Even though a lot of that is not necessarily true, Dalton Park District is probably the best place to have these meetings. More people are there, or more space, because there's a lot of people want to show up for these things. So that's probably what she's going to say. It was good, Prince. Appreciate you coming through. Oh yeah, and you know, Prince and the rest of the mods, as long as no one is throwing out a lot of expletives and going crazy, you know, let the people say what they have to say. And also, if you have a chance, put in Critical Smokers channel URL into the chat so people can subscribe and check out the meeting. Of course, she's not going to show up on time for the fake meeting or the meeting. There you go, William Moore. William Moore is everywhere. Actually, hold on a second. I think you guys are missing some part of the stream. Give me a second. Yeah, you're missing out. You're missing something. Oh, this is the wrong one. Duh. There you go. My fault. Now you get a little bit of a whole screen experience here. So yeah, that's William Moore. Let's see who's coming out that door. Another. See, that outfit is better than that thing she wore the other day. That pink thing just didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, let her talk.
Everybody, good evening. Thank you guys for coming out on this wonderful Tuesday. I have several announcements this evening, but due to the fact that we do not have a quorum, there will not be an actual voting meeting, an actual regular scheduled board meeting this evening. So if you like, you can stay. If not, you're welcome to leave. But I'm just letting you know we will not be having a board meeting. But I am going to address a couple things this evening due to the fact that you are here. So if you'd like to stay, please do. At this moment, if you would like to exit, you have the opportunity to do so. Okay. The first thing that I want to talk about this evening, again, to make sure everybody knows, because I know we had a couple people here to present. That's one of our individuals that had to present this evening as it relates to the insurance that was on the agenda for our employees. So the board did not show up, so we cannot vote to make sure that the staff have what they need, which is insurance. A couple things. False statements. Let's go there. When people send things out as relates to Thornton Township, if it didn't come from myself, the supervisor, it is invalid. I did not cancel this meeting. I will not cancel a meeting as relates to a board member not being here. I will still show up, and if it's not a quorum, then the meeting will be canceled. I just want to make sure you understand that. You have a lot of imposters that is claiming to represent this township. I'm telling you right now, please stop before I sue. You do not represent Thornton Township in no shape, form, or matter. Do not send nothing out, no correspondence, no anything saying that you represent this body, because you do not. So if you get that, and I'm telling the news this, or anybody that's looking in the public eye, no, that individual do not represent this township, so please, stop. You will be hearing from our lawyer. As relates to safety issues, 'cause I know they wrote in a line statement that we did not do anything about the safety here at Thornton Township. Anybody that personally knows me, know that safety is my top priority. That's my number one concern with anybody, whether you're good, bad, or ugly, or indifferent. I care about your safety. I will protect myself, just like I will protect you guys. When we have board meetings, I've always acknowledged and told the board members to have it here in the board room. This is the room they built to have their board meetings. So they decided to have a board meeting downstairs. When they did so, we all went downstairs. In the past, they used to have the board meetings here, and the overflow is downstairs, where people can view it via TV. So he did exactly what someone asked us to do, which is make sure we had safety issues basically rectified. We did that. We called our security firm. We made sure they had ones, and we also told our board to come upstairs due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the building. Downstairs, as you all know, we are sitting ducks, in my opinion, because you're against the wall, so you have no way to exit. So I just want to clear it up for those that keep lying about we didn't have any safety measures. I'm gonna have Keith Price speak to that. He was the person that handled the safety issues. We have it in writing for the news. If anybody wants it, we can give you a copy of it, so you can take it with you and you can clear up the misleading information that the imposter has gave you. So Keith Price, you have the floor to talk about the safety issues.
Who are the imposters?
Madam Supervisor, residents, staff. When informed about safety concerns, I immediately reached out to Rob and told him we needed to handle this as best as we could. We requested security at each door. They wanted metal detectors on such short notice. We asked them, could they have wands? I'm sure most of you all got wine today. That's the first time. So we did start putting things in place. We had correspondence with the actual security company, and they gave several different layouts. The main thing was to make sure all doors were covered so no one could go up and let somebody in after coming through the main entrance door and being warned. So we did take those matters seriously and started working on them immediately. If many of you remember, the supervisor had concerns about safety because there was a lot of attacks on her. The board would not comply. They still made her go downstairs. This room is the safest room because it's easy to control, and the elected official has 2 doors that they could exit out of if the meeting did get out of control. But we did start immediately working on safety concerns, not just for one trustee that asked for it, but for everyone. So, yeah, I don't know where they got that from. We started working on it immediately, and as you see, some measures have already started, even as far as the wands. So that's just a lie.
Okay, thank you so much. So I just wanted to clear up what misleading information is out there that is really false reports. Next, the big thing that everybody would like to know about is one of our trustees. So for those that don't know, Trustee Jerry Jones resigned from the township. So he's no longer a trustee here at Thornton Township. So we got the letter, and I'll let clerk speak to that. You want to speak to that about when you get the letter or how you got the letter?
Oh, I received it via email.
Okay, so the clerk got the letter stating that Jerry Jones will no longer be a trustee here in the township. Me, and the board, and also the clerk, we'll talk about our steps moving forward for filling that vacancy. So that will be coming up soon. So stay tuned to that. Next, agenda. We had several things on this evening's agenda. One is the big thing that everybody would like to know, which is about our finances. If you are in need or looking for our finances, you can always come and get a copy from Thornton Township. And also it is online, the Cook County site. I don't know about how to recite it at this moment, but you go on the site and it'll show you our audited reports. As I always state, and as I stated in the past, when I became the supervisor, you guys had a and don't quote me, about 4.5, Robert, or $4.2 million deficit. And since taking over, currently now we at a 9.8, 9.8, 9 point what?
I don't have that report in front of me.
Okay, so it's around 9 point something million dollar surplus here in Thornton Township. So I just want to point some things out to you. We have on the agenda to have a presentation about our audit from John Casper, and he was going to talk as it relates to our numbers. When you find out the great things that we have done, the great things that I always speak about, and the positive cash flow that we have here at Thornton Township, you're going to be amazed. You're going to see that everything that everybody's been telling or alleging to has been nothing but lies and a smear campaign. I've always stood in my truth. I've always stated the facts. And I always tell you, get the facts. Stop believing everything you hear. Because at this moment, I know one of my lawyers, I've always told you guys, I am under attack. Whether you want to believe it or not. I am the first female to hold this position, which is the largest township in the state of Illinois. I fulfill Frank Zuccarelli's shoes. Frank had the position, I think, 29, 30 years, and I came right after that. So what they say, the first gets the worst, and that's what's going on currently right now. But guess what? This first is a fighter, and I'm gonna continue to fight. I'm gonna continue to show you guys the truth, but I just need you to stand with me and stay focused to the truth, not the negativity that goes on in our community currently now. At the end of the day, I will prevail, but I want to just give you a little more clarity to what's on the agenda for you residents, because at the end of the day, everybody knows I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I really care about people, because you gotta care about people in order to be a public servant. You cannot be about self. You have to care and show the people the love and provide them with the resources they need to move forward. Another thing we had on the agenda this evening was the budget. I've been asked about the budget since it was time to pass the budget. And as you can see, to this day, we still don't have a budget passed. You cannot keep passing or kicking the can down the road without having a budget. We have to do what we elected to do, and that's to make sure we take care of our business and not let our business take care of us, which that's what most of my board members have allowed, and not taking care of the will of the people. So the budget is still on the agenda for this evening to get passed. Another thing we got on the agenda, all our bills. We have bills that's due. People that have needed service here through a township, and they want to get paid. They have small mom and pop stores or vendors. They want their money. So for us not to come here at a regularly scheduled board meeting and show up and vote for the people, because that's their business they took care of, whether they fed them, whether they made a ramp, or whatever they did, you're supposed to take care of that. But the board is not here. The other thing, when you saw the gentleman leave, like I stated, it was Vista Insurance. That was to get the insurance for the staff here in Thornton Township. It is due currently now, and now we have to wait again in order to have insurance for our staff. And of course, it's the renewal. Something big that I put together that I was working on for the last 2-3 months is a tax refund, property tax that is. Property tax refund to all the residents of Thornton Township. The reason for doing that is because I heard your cries. I understand what you're going through. I know that a lot of people raise their property taxes in their cities. A lot of people don't even know how to read their property tax bill. In doing so, the property tax bill, if you go check it out, you have to understand who raised your property tax. They like to blame one person, and people, by them being misinformed, they don't understand how to read. And what I mean is this: the park board raised your property taxes, the library board raised your property taxes, the village or the city that you live in raised your property taxes. All these individuals raise your property tax, including the school boards, whether that's 148, 149, 152, it's several, I'm not gonna go down the line. And then 205, which is the high school district. All of them have a tax levy, and they are entitled to raise your property taxes by 4.99%, whether you agree or disagree. That's the law. And majority of them do it. But half of the time, most of the time, community is asleep. Y'all don't even know they doing it. Then you get your bill, then you're like, why didn't raise my taxes? Then somebody come to your door and blame somebody else. And you not knowing or researching yourself, you believe the lie. You don't even know that that person didn't raise your tax. It was all those entities that raised your property taxes. So I always tell people, educate yourself. If you educate yourself, no one can mislead you, misguide you, bamboozle you, hoodwink you, led straight, none of that. If you just educate yourself or hear another side. Like how now today, this evening. See how everyone's just listening and allow me to speak so you can hear a different perspective. Sometimes people have to tell them, hey, be quiet, I want to hear what they got to say. That way you'll get a side, my side, and now you decide what you want to believe or what you see the truth to be. So I ask you to continue to do this. I appreciate the respect and I appreciate your undivided attention. I'm gonna let Robert speak to the tax refund. And the reason why I'm still just allowing people just to talk about it, we're not taking any action. Of course, I stated this before, I'm gonna state it again. We do not have a quorum. This is not a board meeting. It's basically like a town hall meeting. I am discussing to you my intentions of what I placed on this agenda and where I see our next couple months going. Robert Hunt, you got the floor. And this is about the property tax refund that was on the agenda for a vote this evening.
Good evening. Thornton Township decided to announce the launch of this year's tax refund program, aimed at reaching more residents in our community than ever before. Recognizing the need for a more inclusive approach, this year's program is set to be the most significant in our history. In previous years, the application process required residents to take certain steps to receive a tax refund, resulting in only about 50% of homeowners receiving it. To address this, we are committed to ensuring that all homeowners are fully informed and able to participate. As part of this effort, Thornton Township will implement 100% tax refund for all homeowners. And then I'm gonna break down some of the costs. So the cost for the 2025 tax refund project, the total cost will be $2,299,615. Of that $2.2 million will be issued to all the homeowners. That's over 25,000 pins. With us doing this process, only $15,000 will be allocated to programming and staffing. With this setup, the tax refund will have minimum staffing and program costs. The previous year, when we had the 2021 tax refund, the total project was $907,306. We issued $150,000 refunds, and we spent $307,156 for staffing, software, and other costs. In 2017, the total project cost us $1.2 million. We issued $809,000 in refunds, and we spent $404,000 on staffing, software, and other costs. So this year project, we will be spending, we plan to spend $15,000 for program and staffing, and everything else will be allocated to the homeowners. This year's, for this project, when we look at our fund balance for 2024, our fund balance for the general fund increased by $1 million. The general assistance fund had a fund balance increase of $4 million. And so that's why we feel we're very well fund balance. We really will have a strong balance to do the tax refund.
All right, so we have what, 4.4 million?
Yeah, so this year, our fund balance increased $4.2 million in general assistance fund. Our current fund balance from our audit report, we have, for the general assistance fund, we have a $13 million fund balance right now.
Right. Ooh, I get a clap on that. Hey, Robert.
And I guess I can provide this, but yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to give a synopsis of what we have going on, and you guys get some clarity of where we're going in the next 2 months or so. So as you can see, I stated this all the time, we have a surplus of $4.2 million in the general assistance fund. I want to give away half of that to our residents. He stated that I want to give 25,000 residents their property tax that we allocate for here at Thornton Township. So I can't talk for nobody else. So if you see a check and you say, hey, it's only this amount, it's only the amount that the township allocated for. Just so we're crystal clear. But we're gonna explain this along the way so people understand what it is. I don't mean, cause we're not the bulk of it. I always told you this, we only utilize 5 cents of your money. 5 cents, guys, and that provides a ton of resources for everyone throughout Thornton Township. which encompass 17 communities in the South. Thank you, Robert, for that. I appreciate it. And also, I want people to know that you will get something in the mail. You will have to apply for it. We are only, let me be crystal clear, only doing homeowners. So you cannot be a landlord, you cannot be an investment property, you cannot be a renter. This is strictly for homeowners. So you have to own your house, and I know they're working on the rules now. I talked to the accountant today, Jonathan Spirit, and I know that you have to be there a year, from my understanding. So they're putting the criteria together for you, but it's for any and everybody, as long as you pay taxes. Because some seniors are exempt, they don't pay anything. Some people pay a penny. So a lot of people don't even know that. But just for the record, it's for anybody that has got charged from Thornton Township. We will be refunding you that portion back for GA. That's the General Assistance Fund, and which that's what I'm over. Next, pumpkins. We have Halloween coming up, so we put everything on the agenda, just like the board members asked us to, so that we can get it approved and order our pumpkins, our supplies, our things for our kids, our youth. Unfortunately, again, they didn't come to the meeting to do so, so that's kind of sad, because a lot of great things that's on this agenda is not going to get any attention due to them not showing up. This is what I'm gonna leave you with. I think I'm done with everything that's on the agenda that I was really, really proud of, especially the audit once you hear about it, because you get so much misleading information, and we got surpluses of billions, millions up in there. So I just want people to know that from John Spirit's mouth to your ears, the truth, so that you don't just get misleading information no longer. My thing is this: the Board of Trustees should have showed up. They did not show up. They could have showed up because we still have a quorum. With myself being here and the other trustees showing up, everybody could have still concluded and took care of the business. I truly believe that the Board of Trustees did not show up because Jerry Jones resigned today. So with his resignation, they no longer had their third leg, which is the people that created the chaos here at Thornton Township. They can no longer create chaos. They can no longer stop us from doing the will of the people, which is voting for what's right and giving you the things that you need, whether it's free food, whether it's GA services, whether it's paying your light, gas, water, mortgage, rent, burial assistance. We do all these things here at Thornton Township. But as I always say, it saddens my heart, it hurts my heart, because the news, that's why I call them fake news, never reports this for you guys. They report any kind of negative things, any type of mess to you, but won't report none, like all the things I just said this evening. I dare you guys. I hope you guys report us giving away $2 million to residents for their property taxes. But you're not going to see none of that, because it got to be chaos. Because what? Negative news sells. Nothing positive sells. And it's a shame that is happening here at Thornton Township, where we have a surplus in every department. Every single department is doing well here. But I just want you guys to see it for yourself. I want you to hear from the accountant. I want you to hear from the people that do our reports. And I want you to understand it as well, because sometimes people don't understand everything. Because everybody not a math person, and they're not an accountant. So they don't understand how to balance checkbooks. Some people don't. That's why some people are in the negative. So you got all these issues, but I would love to show you better than I can tell you. That's all I had this evening. Everybody thought I was gonna go left. No, I didn't. So that's all I had. I just wanted to just give you a address from your supervisor this evening, so you'll know what's to come, what's gonna happen. If you have any positive questions, I'll always speak to anything positive. I don't entertain the negative stuff. I don't have time for it. Truth Speaks will be here. You lead with heart. Let God lead your footsteps. This is just me. I know a lot of times people don't like to hear the word God, but I am a person that prays every day. You should too, because there's a lot of people that come to us that's dealing with mental illness. A lot of people that have loved ones that have committed suicide. There's a lot of things going on besides the hate and the negativity that we display here at Thornton Township as residents. About you being residents and being older residents, understand this: our youth is watching. Our youth want to see somebody that they can look up to, somebody that they can go and get direction from. And it just saddens my heart again, because the people that I see displaying the hatred and the negativity, you cannot be the example for the youth. You will not follow that. We need someone that's going to take a stance against all the hatred, all the naysayers, and say, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. And to all my women, all my ladies that's out here in the crowd, in TV land, in YouTube, please stand up for what you believe in. please don't follow hatred, negativity. Make sure that people respect you, because it's hard being in power when you are a woman. And to the anchors that's women, I know it's hard for you guys. I know what y'all go through. I know y'all get overlooked and you're underpaid, but you got to take a stand and do what's right. And stop smearing other women when you see them actually trying, because I understand everybody got a boss. I get it. You got a boss. But sometimes tell your boss, no, I'm not going to stand for that. That young lady's doing an awesome job at Thornton Township and in Dalton. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get on the bandwagon to just smear and bring someone down. Let's investigate. Y'all say y'all investigative journalists, but y'all not doing that. Y'all go with one-sided narratives. Y'all go off only what they say and not what we say. If we telling you and showing you the truth and facts, please let the truth speak for itself. Please show the facts. Please show the documentation, because we give you the evidence, so that way you don't have to do retractions, Channel 9. You don't have to do retractions to your stories when we give you the information that you FOIA and you go and you inflate numbers. Come on. Why would y'all do that to us? We giving you the truth, but you're writing the stories that you want to sell to the public. That's not right. That's hurtful. And at the end of the day, a lot of people watch the news, and I tell them, stop believing in fake news. Go check it out. That's why the YouTubers are taking over. And I get it. You're competing with the YouTubers, because they telling one side story, you telling one side story, but the residents are the one that's lost in the sauce. So please work on that. My job is to have a rapport with the media, not sit here and constantly get attacked by the media. I wish they would see the other side, but if they won't, guess what? I'm gonna just get one of them YouTubers, one of them ones that got some following, and I'm gonna give them the story, because at the end of the day, everybody got somebody that they listen to. But right now, I just want you to give me the opportunity to show my work and let you guys see it for what it is, because I always say this, my work speaks for itself. Judge me on my work, not what someone says, not because someone don't like somebody, not because the hatred that goes on in our communities, because we are what we see. And our kids are watching, our loved ones are watching. Please be a better person this year, this season coming around. And I'm gonna end it. I just want to give y'all that little token of, hey, stand up, have some appreciation, and make sure that people love you back. Because I lead with love. That's what I say. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because sometimes, I quote, sometimes people never even heard somebody tell them they love them, or heard the words, I love you. And sometimes people come to gatherings and come to events because of the love and the community engagement, which we pose here at Thornton Township. I'm proud to announce that we're going to keep going with community outreach, community engagement. We're going to continue with Big Bingo. We're going to continue to call you guys and tell you about the wonderful services here at Thornton Township. That is housed by our seniors. Our seniors are the ones on the phones. They are just like you when you pick up. Some of them on the phone for 30, 45 minutes. I'm like, all right, get off the phone, get off the phone. But that shows you that they just need someone to talk to, that they are alone. And to my staff, I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you, because with all of you guys, this was possible. I was able to be successful because of you. So I thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all give it up for my staff, because I love them and they love me back. And with their help, every single department has been successful. Every department has told us what their needs, and not only they wants, were, and we was executing all of that until we started getting gridlocked because the outside interference that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I like to talk truth up here. You had a lot of people that is interfering with day-to-day operation, interfering with the office of the supervisor, interfering with staff, and I'm not standing for it. And those people are Thaddeus Jones, your state rep, your mayor of Kansas City, Napoleon Harris, your committeemen that don't do anything. But all these people are muscling or trying to muscle your supervisor here at Thornton Township. So I want to put that out for the record, because a lot of people don't talk about it, won't say nothing about it, but I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of you guys, and I will stand up to bullies. I don't like bullies. I don't want bullies in Thornton Township. I want people to feel free to do what they want as they need for their department, and not feel that they're going to have political retaliation because they spoke up or because they told you guys y'all was wrong or it's not right. So my job is to make sure that I speak and be the voice of reason and speak for the voiceless. I'll continue to do that. But I just want to say thank you so much for staying here, listening to me, hearing my side and what we had to talk about.
I have a question.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, 2 other things. Thank you so much. And that's why I love my staff. 2 other things that they want me to mention that I normally mention in my report. Scholarships. I stated this before when I first got here. We gave over 80 scholarships. to our youth throughout Thornton Township. They were so grateful for that. I know because I went to college of how hard it is to get a scholarship, let alone grant money for tuition, your books, your room and board, things of that nature. So 80 of them got it. They received up to $25 or $3,000. Which one? 85. Oh, 85 of them got it up to $2,500. Up to $2,500. Next was our toy giveaway. Toy giveaway is coming up. They are taking sign-ins here at Thornton Township. That was huge last year. I know Frank, I'll say previous administration, they used to wrap the gifts. One thing I wanted people to have is the experience. So they'll come to our location where we house the toys at, and we made it like Toyland, like Toys R Us. So they came and they just got to pick 3 different toys of their choosing. Some got more because kids get to crying at the table, but everybody got toys. So a lot of parents didn't have to spend up to $100 to $200 for the toys because it cost about $30, $40 per toy. And they wasn't on Dollar Tree toys neither. So when you turn the arm, they don't break. So it's really cool. That is going on again coming up. We are going to announce the dates. Thanksgiving, we will be having a food giveaway that we have every single year. That's really huge, and we give away a tons of food. And with that being said, the food is old school cooking, I'll say that. Old school cooking, so we got your dressing, your greens, your yams, and then we also do a meat in a turkey or ham. And we also did chicken, and I care about you ladies that cook in the kitchen and burn like I do. When I say burn, not burn the food, burn like cook. We basically make sure you get smoked turkey, or we had the ham hocks for you pork lovers. So either one, because I cook with both. And then a lot of you guys like collard greens, and I do mustard turnips. So we kind of like switch it up, but it's a ton of fun. The box is full of goodies, and we do that for Thanksgiving. So if you got some ideas or concerns of some foods or items you would like in the box, please let us know, and we will try to make sure we have it, because the staff orders now, whether you believe it or not, because they order for the entire township, and people have to register for the food. So we know how much to get, so we're not overspending or have an over amount of food left over. Next is, we got Thanksgiving, we got Halloween, and Christmas. Tree light, oh, you over there right up a storm, huh? The tree light, we're gonna do that, and then we have the Autumn Fest as well. So again, check our website. You have to register for a lot of our events. All our events are free. Nobody has to spend any money for anything. All you have to do is register so we can have a count. So we'll buy enough food or enough product, whether you're painting pumpkins, whether you're there for the meal, but you have to register so we not short, which we never have been. I love that, and we always give it back. Big Bingo will be this month. It's always the 3rd Thursday of every single month. I know the Board of Trustees have been trying to stop that, but you know how I am, I'm super mayor, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop because y'all gotta understand one thing about me. I'm an entrepreneur by trade, so my entrepreneur spirit always keep me motivated, keep me focused, and keep me trying to find a yes for you when people, I say yes. As long as it's within our wheelhouse, you have the budget for it, as I just stated, we got surpluses. So there's no reason to say no to the people. When they say no to you guys, I say yes. And that's why I keep trying to stress to you, especially with that property tax stuff. I know a lot of y'all was complaining about your mortgages went up, your escrows went up, and I really care about helping, but I can only help with my portion. And my portion being the percentage from Thornton Township. And that's that 5 cents that I keep telling y'all about. When people talk about my money is only 5 cents of your money that's being spent for items here at Thornton Township. Yes, go ahead.
You mentioned something about the people that can't read their tax bills.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something in place where people can come and learn how
Yes.
to read their tax bills?
So we do this, it's called Township Talk. Every Township Talk, I think it's the 4th Wednesday, is it? The 4th Wednesday of every month, we do Township Talk downstairs in the lower level. The sad part about it is only about 10 or 20 people show up. That's it. And this is the part where you can get educated on anything in Thornton Township. When I say every single one of my department heads, all of them in the back, all of them over here, every one of them show up. And they talk about their department, whatever your questions are. And then the residents have a one-on-one with them. First, they give a whole brief description of what they do, how they can help you, especially senior services. That's where most seniors can go and apply for their ramps that they get on their homes. And then they also apply for a lot of other things. They do a lot of trips too. But senior services is really dope. But that's how you can get it.
Do you advertise and let people know the subject is gonna be, we're gonna teach you how to read your tax bill, this, at Tiffany's talk on this day? I'm just asking.
Yeah, well, we
Do you
do.
let people know that? I mean, I think more people would come out if they knew, what the subject matter is.
Yeah, I totally agree, but unfortunately, that is the assessor's job. I just help when people complain about things. I just insert myself and help. So her job is, that's what she does, is private taxes. That's what she's supposed to do, educate you guys on and show you, but we do that as well, because a lot of people come to the meetings and they ask us. So I made a video, and on the video, we actually break it down. We show you the tax bill, we show you all the entities that take your money, and we show you our portion, and that's how I was doing. So Township,
Access to big.
yeah, you can get access out,
Where is it?
it should be online, where is it now?
Yeah, it's on, Thornton Township Facebook page.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, he handles all that, so you can go on Township Facebook page and find it. And then you can put it on the website too for her so she can see it.
Yes.
Yep, or he can email it to you as well, but Emmanuel's our media guy back there.
And 100% refund you're talking about, does that have to be approved by the board first?
No, that is strictly, under me, under GA, but my job was being transparent, and I would love the board's, approval with me. I would love that, but, the way their law is set up here, the supervisor is the sole, person over the GA department, that's the general assistant department. The board, their department, they are responsible like general fund. So that's why when you hear me up here saying, hey, why y'all taking stuff out of the GA, department, you got no authority in that, and that's what I'm talking about when I say that. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some books that says super mayor. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Tyrone Eisen Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much.
You are, anytime, appreciate it. I need that good, baby, huh? Alright. Alright, I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. Y'all, stop it. What happened? Election?
All right, very important, presidential election is coming November 5th. Early voting starts tomorrow at downtown Chicago, in Martin Courthouse. And October 21st, early voting will start here in the South Suburb, at South Suburb Community College, Gloria Taylor Recreation Center, Calumet City Library. There are some forms up there that has all the locations of early voting. If you know someone who needs to register to vote, they can come to the township downstairs in the clerk office and we will register you. Or if you know someone in a senior facility, call us, we will go to them. Thank you.
And it says suburban, what days?
South Suburban College.
What time, what day?
October 21st. And there's a flyer, whatever the times and all that. Okay.
All right, if anybody got any more questions?
How can I request a mail ballot?
Come to our office and I will give you the application.
Thank you.
Okay. Matter of fact, you can give one tonight. We can give you one tonight.
Okay, do I wait for you or?
Yes, you're waiting for us.
Okay, I'll stay here.
All right, well, thank you guys for coming out again. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I see you at Township Talk. All right, Big Bingo first up.
Somebody got served at the end of the meeting. Somebody, and I don't think it even bothers her anymore. She's been sued so many times. And it was interesting. That was the last comment. He's like, here, take this. Take this. You're sued again. Another lawsuit, guys. Another lawsuit. You know what? Let's go back to that lawsuit real quick. Let's go back to let's just go right back since everything is done.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight.
Much appreciation to Critical Smoker. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to his channel. He's there. I mean, most people probably thought, you know what? No meeting. Don't bother showing up. He still showed up. Subscribe. Give him a donation. I just want to rewind to that part where she got served. 'Cause I thought that was pretty, interesting. Yeah, it's right here. Let's check that out. So I don't want to see exactly what. I'm gonna see exactly what was said in this thing here.
United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Tyrone Eisen Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
That's a federal lawsuit. United States. Let's hear that again. I didn't get the last name. If you guys can figure out the last name real quick, but yeah, that's the feds or federal government.
Private investigator, I got some books that super here. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Tyrone Eisen Jr. to you as both personal and individual as here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much, sir.
Tyrone Isom Jr.
Maybe I could, they not. All right. I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. Y'all.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't get.
Very important, presidential election is coming November 5th, early voting starts tomorrow.
Okay, so let's check out that exact lawsuit. I just found the article based on that. So let's go straight to it. Tyrone, I remember this a little bit. She's right. She's been sued a lot. So that name was familiar, but I didn't remember too much. I'm typing this guy's name wrong. Isom Jr. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the lawsuit. This is where she got, I guess, the federal court. So Tyrone Isom Jr. sues Mayor Tiffany Henyard for misleading business denial. I'm guessing this is probably it. This is from May. Let's see exactly what happened here. So the plaintiffs allege that they were misled by defendants regarding the ability to open a barbershop at a property located at 1031 Sibley Boulevard in Dalton, Illinois. The plaintiff, Tyrone Isom Jr., purchased this property with the intention to expand his business footprint as a longtime barber in the south suburbs. Despite being informed by defendant Keith Freeman, goddamn, Keith Freeman, that he would receive his permits within weeks and could get his business license, Isom Jr.'s application for a business was denied orally without any written confirmation. This denial allegedly came after Carmen Carlisle, the executive assistant to Mayor Tiffany Henyard, informed Isom Jr. that the mayor did not want a barbershop at that location. That sounds illegal. That's probably not something you shouldn't be doing. The plaintiffs are seeking judgment against defendants for misleading them into investing in property under false pretenses. They argue that they have made significant financial investments into improving their property based on assurances from village officials that they will be able to operate their intended business there. I think there's a video based on that too. So he bought the property, thought it was all good. Henyard probably had other people that she probably wanted to have that property, then told him orally, don't bother. She doesn't want a barbershop. She wants probably another business with someone probably has more money. I don't think that's good. That's probably another, and like she said, she's been sued a lot of times. Hey, Tiffany, maybe doing something wrong if you're getting sued all the time. No? Like maybe your way of handling your business as the supervisor, as the mayor, you're getting sued too many times. Maybe it's time to sit back and realize, hey, I'm doing something wrong here. I think there is, Jay-Z, chill with the spamming. I think there's a video based on this too. Let me see if I can find a video based on this situation, so we can get a visual about this as well. Tyrone Isom Jr. Let's see. Okay, it's a minute, but you guys can check it out too.
After presiding over the brief 15-minute meeting, Tiffany Henyard quickly left, ignoring our questions on the way out.
At the Thornton Township Board of Trustees meeting, some came to the defense of the embattled village leader.
The type of attack that we're seeing strictly off of allegations is unheard of.
Don't you notice it's the same people saying the same thing every meeting? Same people saying the same thing, like they're following the script. or you just run out of things to say, so you just keep saying the same thing. He just said that. How long ago that video was? Hold on. How long was that video? 5 months ago. She's under attack. Everyone's under attack. Look at I guess her guy right here putting the camera. Let me ask you a question. Is Kamal taping Keith, or he's just taping some random person back there? How weird is that? Why was he doing? You don't hold your phone up like that to check it. Like, I don't, right? You don't do that. Like, that's weird. You're filming something, right? What a guy.
This was Henyard's first public meeting after sources say the FBI on Friday served subpoenas at Dalton Village Hall for personnel and business records, and after Dalton Village Administrator Keith Freeman was indicted last week on a federal bankruptcy fraud charge.
Stop having one-sided narrative, because it is not the truth. It's only one-sided, and it's a shame that the media comes out and they only show negative things.
She says the same thing every meeting. That was verbatim 5 months ago. She just said that 10 minutes ago. Verbatim. Like, it's the same. It's the same words. Like, she just, I'm under attack. You guys you're not trying to control the narrative. Crazy.
Seconds after adjourning the meeting, Henyard was gone.
Mayor Henyard, you have a minute to talk to ABC 7 about the FBI investigation. Mayor?
Henyard is named alongside Dalton Village trustee Andrew Holmes in a sexual assault lawsuit filed by a Dalton police officer who was a member of Henyard's security detail, as well as a woman who used to work for the mayor. And now a new lawsuit alleges Dalton officials gave a barbershop owner the runaround in improperly denying a business license.
I was just chasing my tail. And as I'm chasing my tail, my finances were wearing thin.
Tyrone Isom Jr. says he worked with the village to purchase and renovate this building, only to be told his license was denied by Mayor Henyard. The complaint alleging a policy of choosing and denying applicants for financial and political reasons.
Everything Mr. Isom was doing was within the parameters of the law. And for whatever reason, which we'll ultimately find out, Mayor Henyard said, nope.
This evening, a representative for the village of Dalton declined to comment on that lawsuit.
Of course. They don't comment on those lawsuits. Not good. Yeah, definitely Groundhog Day. Yeah, definitely. If anything, actually, let me move that down. Wait. What I'm doing? What am I doing? Okay, let's put it right here. That's a nice look. So let's go. Let's kind of recap what we just saw. So Tiffany Henyard got at the end of the meeting, she got served. Who remember that movie? I think it was a dance movie. I don't really watch dance movies or musicals. That's more of my chick, but regardless, let's start. So this meeting was held by, this was not a meeting. This was a town hall because there was an absence of a quorum. They didn't have Trustee Carlisle, didn't have Trustee Gonzalez, and Trustee Jerry Jones resigned. And we'll talk about, well, at least we can start speculating on why he was, why did he resign? But let's just talk about what happened a few minutes ago. So the board could not conduct any official business. So Henyard used this opportunity to address the audience without oppositions from the trustees. And I'm beginning to think, and this is just my opinion, you guys let me know in the chat, I don't think letting her talk without any counter argument is not a good idea. Because as you notice in that group, it was an all pro Tiffany group. Not one person said anything, spoke out against her. And I'm not saying that people need to have arguments back and forth, but I think as she tries to get reelected for supervising, even mayor, when you are allowing her to have cameras, the media showed up. We're all here. People that she's talking to are the seniors, the people who need those services, the people who are going to go out to vote. You gave her 25 minutes of her just talking, and no one had anything negative to say. There was no counter argument to anything. And the thing is, when she doesn't like the other meetings, is when Gonzalez says he counters, and Trustee Carlisle, she counters. Even Jerry Jones, before he left, had some level of, you know what, you're saying this, but A, B, and C. This allows her to control the narrative without any challenges. This lack of a counter voice works in her favor, whether you like it or not. This is politically, in terms of public perception, within the township. I don't think this works to us, but we're not voting. Most of us do not live in a township. We're not voting. So yeah, we can look at this and be able to figure this out, but she's talking to her audience that likes that big bingo, wants the toy drives, wants all, Kiki Y and all this stuff coming to their area. This positions herself as someone that's taking action while other people fail to show up. And I understand why they decided not to show up, but then she throws out the idea, well, the reason why they decided not to show up is not because of safety concerns, right? Because that's what Henyard talked about in the beginning. She focused heavily on the public safety throughout the meeting. She claims that it's always been her top priority, mostly probably for herself. She has referred to previous meetings where safety measures such as using security firms and metal detectors were implemented. The problem is that last meeting I showed you guys earlier before we started the town hall with Henyard, that was a really ugly scene when Paul Roberts was talking to, and he had the floor, and her supporters crowded him. Now the dude that usually handles the meetings, he showed up today, but he wasn't there last week. He probably had a day off. The security apparatus they had on September 24th was not sufficient. That could have went very ugly. And if it went physical, I don't think the people they had there to secure the building would have been able to de-escalate the situation. They couldn't figure it out. That one dude with the sunglasses, I forgot his name. Anybody remember his name? He was not effective. I'm not going to speculate if he was on something. At least he should have took some of the Adderall that some people are claiming that, or some people are taking. He had no energy. He just looked confused, and that could have went really ugly. So despite these claims, her discussion on safety just appears inconsistent. She allowed people to scream and yell and heckle Carlisle in the last meeting. She didn't stop it. She smiled and thought it was funny. So there's been a chaotic nature of these previous meetings for the longest. So safety is a significant concern. For her to say that it's not, it just seems disingenuous. So in addition to safety, Henyard discussed the financial state of the township. She highlighted that when she took over, the township was in a $4.2 million deficit. I have no idea if that's true or not. Now, it allegedly holds a surplus of $9 million. Again, if anyone has those documents that she was talking about, that she said they're available to take the audit from John Kasperik, I think is a CPA there. Please email it to me, h@hannibalishungry.com, or if there's a website, let me know if there was a true audit and we can see the finances, because I don't know. She's claiming these things, but I have no proof for them at all. She praised her administration handling of the finances, but again, the exact details of this budget is just not clear. And the weirdest thing is Mr. Hunt, Robert Hunt, the township's CPA. He's an accountant. Henyard likes to talk about that. He didn't know the numbers about the exact amount of the surplus. In my opinion, and I hate numbers. I'm not a big numbers guy, but if I was a CPA and I know that my administration has been getting beat up on the idea that they're spending the money, that they're being irresponsible, they're stealing, all these accusations, the man couldn't tell us exactly how much money the surplus was. I thought that was weird. We guys think? I thought that was a bit odd. I think you should know that. You should know how much money, you should have that figure in your head, at least the surplus. You should know how much your township is in the green. He was like, I don't know. Ms. Ross said he didn't want to say. Either he's lying or scared. Yeah, I thought it was weird. What was the point? Why? You should have that number. So despite Henyard's optimism, again, his unchecked optimism, no one had any counter arguments because they weren't there. The fact that the board has yet to pass a budget leaves many questions about the township actual financial standing. So she also talked about property tax refunds, explaining her plan to return funds to homeowners as a response to the high property taxes in the area. She attributes these tax increases to various entities such as the school boards in the Park District. And she's positioning herself as someone looking to ease the financial burden on the residents. Again, that's great politically. People who get money tend to vote for the person who gave them the money, whether you guys like that or not. Throughout the meeting, Henyard just portrayed herself, again, as the victim of attacks, misinformation campaigns, suggesting that her leadership is under fire because she's the first female supervisor of the township. She's the first female Black mayor of the town, Dalton. I'm sorry, I'm losing it here. But she's the first, and this is why everyone is going after her. She references the smear campaigns and urged the audience not to believe everything they hear, empathize. She's focusing on, she wants people to focus that she has always presented the facts and the truth. She was talking about maybe having a YouTuber, I guess she gives the story to them. But someone in the comments, they said, they had a really good point. Roland Martin is considered, he's a YouTuber, right? He's a media personality. You went to that show and you lied. You said you did not, you had no idea, you were not ahead of the Tiffany Cares charity. That was not true. So, I would love for her to go to a YouTuber. She would have to find someone that would allow her to say whatever she wanted to say. The major YouTubers, Pink Book Lessons, I don't think she does interviews. She's not going to go to Nate the lawyer. It's just not going to. It would not go well. It would not bode well for her to go to Nate the lawyer. He's too smart. It's just not going to work. Maybe someone who doesn't know what's going on. Maybe someone has no idea what's happening. Maybe she can go to that and have like a softball meeting. But yeah, I don't see it. So again, this meeting was not officially sanctioned because of the lack of quorum. Just became a platform for Henyard to deliver her perspective without facing any opposition. It was a pro-Henyard crowd in the audience. Keith Price apparently is the authority on safety. The food pantry director that's being sued by the trustee that just resigned, and we'll go into that right after this. So how someone does the directory of the food is also handling the security? Those are two different departments, two different things. And all of a sudden, Keith Price, and again, it's too easy to make jokes about this, but Keith Price being the man that is in charge of the security, the jokes write themselves. I don't have to get into it. So again, this is the absence of the other board members, the financial transparency concerns, the chaotic nature of the recent these meetings just raise a lot of questions about, again, the future of the township under her leadership. And it just gets more chaotic as we go along here. So again, what do you guys think before we get into some of the Jerry Jones, at least some ideas of why he decided to resign now, what is going on? But what do you guys think? Let me look at some of the comments here. No one will take a response from a super stupid at this point. Any decent YouTuber should report all their lawsuit pleadings and respect the audience. You know what, Lady Luck Club, let me challenge you on that. Do you think if, let's say for instance, she won't go to me for many reasons. It's not going to happen. But I think public interviews where she cannot control the questions, I think those still are effective if the person gives her fair questions about the concerns. Not necessarily all of the rumors or like the salacious stuff, but the basic questions on why things are going the way they are. Because I never see her say, I made a mistake. She never says, I messed up. She never really takes accountability for an error. It's always someone else's fault. But I think with the correct questions, Roland Martin could have done this. That's why I'm so disappointed in Roland Martin when he had her. Now, the other meeting she had, or the interview she had, was with a radio DJ. I forgot her name. She was on the Breakfast Club. It's funny because I don't remember her name now. That was not a great interview. But again, it was a radio host. She talks about music and celebrity stuff. But Roland Martin is a political guy. He's been on all the network shows, and she came in there and lied to his face, and he was not prepared for the interview. That was a time where he could have really went into some of his issues. So do I think it's going to happen now? Probably not. But let's get into the Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones resigned. Why? Angela Lee, thank you. Why? For some reason, I know Charlamagne, I know DJ Envy. For some reason, I did not remember her name. That was not a great interview that she had. It was more, again, I'm a victim. Look, they've been sending me some terrible stuff. I'm doing this. I'm the first black, blah, 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 blah. And nothing was really, no one learned anything from that interview. But yeah, going back to Jerry Jones. So it's interesting. At first, he was a rubber stamp vote for Henyard. And then things started to change. He started to question some things. He started to stand up a little bit. And then it got to a point where Henyard didn't have the same control, which is complete opposite in Dalton, which she has not had a lot of control over there. She had that control for quite a while until things started to break apart. And now things are a bit fragmented. So Jerry Jones, he was starting to turn it around. And for some reason right now, she's not there. And yeah, great timing. So is this one of the reasons why he decided to quit? His son worked for the township for almost 10 years and was threatened by Keith Price. Actually, I have part of that in a video. We could play it. I mean, I can't stand seeing myself or hearing myself talk, but maybe I'll play it, just a portion of it, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I gotta figure out where that was, though. Which video was that? Hold on a second. I think it was this one. Therefore, no. Hold on a second. Let's see. Where is? Okay. Okay. We'll watch a little bit of this. Actually, I'm gonna get something to drink. I can't stand how I look at myself and hear myself talk. So I'm gonna put this up so you guys have an understanding of the lawsuit that Jerry Jones' son have. Remember, they almost lost it because there was no one that came to represent the township. They had to find a way to delay the situation. It was a $3 million lawsuit. It was about to lose because no one represented the township. This is how crazy things are. So let me show you guys this real quick. Oh, got a super chat. Thank you, KC Cat. Appreciate all of your support. Will you cover Tiff being summoned to court tomorrow? That judge ain't playing. I bet she'll be held in contempt after last night. I will be there. If there's a Zoom meeting and someone gives me the credentials to jump in, of course. And we could definitely talk about that after those that court proceeding. So definitely. So let me show you this real quick. Where I'm at. Okay, right here. Okay. I think it's just a minute or two. Is the firing of Keith Freeman and the hiring of Mr. Dodds, Michael Smith, his replacement situation, and as beginning in July 2024, Village Administrator Freeman, looking for his name right there, Gerald Henyard, allowed. Employee is named Gerald Jones, and this is the son of Trustee, Township Trustee Jerry Jones, and he is going after the Township Keith Price. You can see his name right there. In his individual and official capacity. You see the defendant, Thornton Township, defendant Keith Price, and you also see Tiffany A. Henyard, and you see Keith Freeman there as well. So let's get into the background of exactly what is going on here. So Jones has been working for the Township for about 10 years. So this case involves Gerald Jones, the former employee of Thornton Township, who is suing Thornton Township, Keith Price, and others for retaliated discharge, among other claims. This lawsuit describes how, after reporting a mice infestation at the Township Food Assistance Program to OSHA, Jones was harassed, threatened, and retaliated against by the Food Assistance Program manager. Jones also highlights the toxic work environment fostered by Price and Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, further accusing Thornton Township of widespread retaliation against employees who report unethical behavior. So we're going to see some of the abuse of power from Keith Price. Let's check it out. After Henyard was appointed supervisor of Thornton Township in March 2022, she installed her own allies within various roles in the Thornton Township, including Keith Price as Food Assistance Program Manager at the food pantry. Shortly after becoming Food Assistance Program Manager, it became obvious to Jones that Price was there simply to root out employees. No surprise there. Henyard wants people only loyal to her to work for her. If you're not loyal, if you have a mind of your own, and you criticize her or you report things that are unethical, she will boot you out. Jones was frequently harassed, mistreated, and threatened by Price between March 2022 and January 2023. And Price routinely made rude, degrading, and unprofessional comments towards Jones and other employees. If you've been around and you've seen a few of the township supervisor meetings, when you see Keith Price speaking in public meetings, there's no surprise that he's probably speaking this way privately to these employees. Additionally, since Price became the food assistance program manager, the food pantry began to experience a decline in overall quality and service to his clients. For instance, in and around December 2022, Jones noticed that there were mice in the food pantry, which posed a health and safety risk to the food pantry client. In December 2023, Jones reported finding mice to Price. Funny. Around January 3rd, 2023, after realizing nothing was being done to remedy the situation, Jones reported the matter to OSHA. On January 17th, 2023, OSHA sent Jones a letter informing Jones that the food pantry had provided evidence that they had remedied the infestation, and thus Illinois OSHA considered the hazards Jones presented in his complaint to be corrected. However, after learning that Jones had filed a complaint with Illinois OSHA, the mistreatment from Price towards Jones intensified. On or about February 1st, 2023, while working at the food pantry, Price threatened Jones by stating something to the effect of if he wanted to go, quote unquote, outside, and he was going to, quote unquote, beat him up, an interaction that was witnessed by other pantry workers. Additionally, after finding the mice infestation in the food pantry to Illinois OSHA, Jones was denied the ability to work overtime by Price, while others were given overtime, despite the fact in the past Jones was given overtime opportunities. On other occasions, after filing his complaint with Illinois OSHA, Price would scream at Jones in front of other pantry workers and clients. Now, this is where things get crazy. The environment was so bad at the food pantry from January 2023 and onward that employees would openly carry firearms. Now, I'm not sure about the concealed carry laws. Should they be openly carrying firearms? They're not the police. So I don't know what's going on over there. In January 2023, a food pantry employee wrote on a chalkboard in the food pantry, "When I leave here, everyone will die," unquote. I don't really know what to say about that one. Who wrote that? Was it an employee? Was it Price? It just says employee, but that's kind of weird. On and about April 3rd, 2023, after fearing for his safety and being unable to endure any mistreatment from Price any longer, Jones quit the food pantry. Keith Price's actions are a prime example of what happens when power goes unchecked. As a food assistance program manager, Price wasn't just overseeing operations, he was terrorizing his employees. After Gerald Jones reported a mice infestation, Price's behavior towards him took a dark turn. Price allegedly made threatening remarks, including asking if they can go outside, threatening to beat him up. This is more than just someone just losing their cool. This is intimidation and workplace bullying of the highest order. All right, that's about it. You guys check out the rest of that video. But so that's where. So basically, if there is a lawsuit that's against the township and you're a trustee for a township, can you stay on the board, or eventually you have to step down? Obviously, this has been going on for quite a while. That could be it. It could be more issues as well. I know there's some allegations about certain things that Jerry Jones has done in the past. I haven't seen any paperwork on that. It's some, when you compare it to Andrew Holmes, there was an investigation on what he was alleged to be doing. But in terms of Jerry Jones, I didn't see any of that. Let me know if you have any information. You can send that to me. But that was too fast. Yeah, I was trying to speed it up, but you guys can check out the video. I didn't want to, I feel like my voice is just, I talk really slow sometimes, but just to sum it up, Gerald Jones was working there for a while. As soon as Henyard came in with her team, he realized things were just going to change a little bit. He saw some mice hanging around the food pantry. He reported to Keith Price and the team. Nothing happened. He went to OSHA. Keith Price didn't appreciate that and started giving him a hard time. And to a point where he was so threatened about his safety, he quit. And he was denied overtime opportunities. He was denied a lot of shifts and stuff like that. So he decided to sue. And sue for $3 million. That's a lot of money. Let me get this. Tiffany Bardu. Oh, so the artwork, the plates that is called disc plates. Those are metal posters that's on the wall, and then on my right, my uncle made those. I gotta hang them up somewhere too. But yeah, he's a pretty good artist. But yeah, like Floyd Mayweather. Thank you, Anke. I appreciate that. So it was a very hostile working environment. I mean, as you see the township, you see the meetings, you see how some of the employees, you see William Moore, township employee, hanging out in Dalton. There's a lot of intimidation. There's a lot of weird, creepy vibes and behaviors that some of these people are doing. So, and again, Gerald Jones is not the only past employee that is suing Tiffany Henyard. There's multiple. Months ago, I had an interview with Sandra Tracy. She was head of HR. She's suing. So it's a lot of people who did not appreciate Stephanie Wiedemann. She was fired. As soon as Tiffany Henyard came on board, she decided to clean house. And a lot of things were done in ways that, again, that's why people are suing her. So, a quick refresh, I'd love for Keith Price to invite me outside with his And Keith Price has been sued for assaulting a coworker. I think I talked about that as well a couple of months ago. So patterns, I always talk about patterns of behavior. You know, a one-time thing may not be something that we can talk about it, but if there's several situations that you have done something in the wrong way, then we have to look at your character and how you conduct yourself. And Keith Price is one of those people. He has been accused of sending threats. He's been accused of calling people, having a lot of threats. So he seems like he has a temper problem. And you can tell in the meetings, sometimes he's the first one screaming at Trustee Gonzalez. So it's a long history. And the reason why Henyard keeps him around, because he is loyal. If you are loyal, she'll keep you around, even to the threat of getting herself in contempt. And we'll see what happens tomorrow as she goes to court. So I'll be definitely checking that out. But other than that, it wasn't a meeting. She was able to talk, 20, 25 minutes saying whatever she wanted to say. I don't think that's a good move politically, but I'm not a trustee. I don't live there. They may have a better plan than that I'm looking at this point. Yes, outside, everyone who's watching a lot of these videos, I think most of us are saying this is not great leadership. There's a lot of problems there. But if you are in the township and you need those services that she is providing, and she's delivering on those services, I'm not sure if she is, but let's say she is, right? Those are the people that are going to vote. The people who do not care, they're not going to show up. People who don't vote, they're not going to show up. People who don't want to be bothered. They say, yeah, she's not great, don't show up. It's the people that are going to, the seniors, the people who have issues financially. Let's be honest, a lot of us are dealing with a lot of financial hardship these days. They are the ones that's going to show up. Unless the feds come in and do something, those people are going to vote. And, who's the person running against her? Is anyone of significant, at this point, has the kind of footprint that Henyard has in terms of everyone in this area knows who she is. All the content is being created about her, whether you like her or not. Where's the opposition? Who is going to run? It's a big difference between what's happening in the township compared to Dalton, where it seems like there's someone that obviously is not as famous as her, but everyone knows who that person is. Who is the one that's supposed to challenge her for the supervisor position? I don't know. Hopefully the people who are there know, but I do not know. She acts like the township is broken, always need help. Yeah, Trina, I understand that, but I do believe that there are many, many people who need those services, and she is positioned herself through the propaganda with all of the pamphlets and the banners that she is the one that's bringing these to you. There's one thing she likes to mention. She likes to mention that a lot of people did not know about these services until she just made up some numbers. But let's say, for instance, if that's accurate, that a lot of people did not know about what the township has to offer until she showed up. Not the fact that these services were always available, but now she talks about them all the time, and she puts herself out there as if she's the one that invented all these things. Some people may believe that, and the people who may believe that may vote, right? And people who love the bingo. I don't get the bingo thing. I know that's a senior thing. Yeah, Evan, the baby boomers, the bingo, I hope they're pen pals too. They love bingo. All right. And then the thing is, she's, violating Illinois, law where you could win a damn near a 60-something inch HD TV. Probably get a 4K. Probably get the smart TVs, all the apps in them. by playing bingo. That person's going to probably vote for her, right? I mean, she is, you could say in theory, buying votes, but yeah. Hello, Carol Wilson. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, free stuff is always a way to get people to vote for you, right? Especially if you announce something, like so the tax rebates, the tax, trying to ease your tax burden, your financial burden. People they're gonna resonate with that. And on this channel, I looked at some of the demographics. A lot of people in their 60s watch this channel, but I'm wondering how many people are actually in that group, that demographic that Henyard likes to target. Are they spending a lot of time looking beyond what she's saying? Are they checking out the internet? Are they investigating what's going on, or they just listen to what she says? She comes in with the smile, the positive vibes, at least in her how she presents herself, and say, you know what, she's doing great. I don't know why they keep talking about her that way. I think that's probably happening in a lot of these homes in the township. KC Cat with another $10 super chat. Appreciate you. I was born and raised in Dalton. There are more than 600 vacant properties. The only people that will be left is welfare queens who want free, and nobody is paying taxes. It's terrible. That's unfortunate because without taxes, your schools, your infrastructure, the police, none of those things will be sufficient if taxes are not collected. Whether none of us like to pay taxes, but that's how when you have a good school and a bad school is in terms of the taxes and the breakdown of how much money these places are getting. When you don't get a lot of money, you have teachers every year at the beginning of the year basically having GoFundMes and Amazon registries for basic tools, basic supplies. A friend of mine had a registry, and she was starting teaching in a school in Houston, and it's commonplace that a lot of teachers have, hey, I'm starting my year and I don't even have markers. Because the schools themselves can't provide those materials. And that just affects the kids. It affects the entire community, right? How do you register for a turkey? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, on that note, I guess we'll see I'll have a video or a live. Maybe I'll do a live breaking down the court proceeding tomorrow. Maybe I may do a live breaking that down to see what's going on. But yeah, she got served, basically stopping someone from putting a barbershop because she didn't want one there. So that was a good ending there, and she was able to talk her nonsense for about half an hour, and no business was conducted because the trustees did not show up. So on that note, guys, appreciate you for coming by and hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll be back here tomorrow. So thank you for Critical Smoker for hanging out. Cooking with Frank, I know there's another good video coming out soon. Subscribe to Cooking with Frank. Subscribe to Critical Smoker. And so I guess the same judge, she's going to meet the judge tomorrow. That the one that she basically, when the guy was telling her, stop the nonsense, and she continued to do what she wanted to do. So she's meeting that judge tomorrow. And the timing, I'll put it up if I think it was 2 Central. I don't know if Succeeding 2 is in here. Succeeding 2, do you know what time the court proceeding is tomorrow? Thank you, Prince. Appreciate that. Thank you for helping me out in the chat. Judge Thaddeus Wilson. He does not play around. I'm gonna see how Max Solomon finesses this situation when, obviously the lawyers on the trustee side say, all of the people that she was told not to have around were there at that meeting. But yeah, if 2 p.m. So it's 2 p.m. Central. So over here I'm on Eastern, so that'll be 3. We'll see if I can get Zoom, the Zoom credentials to see what's going on, so I can check that meeting out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So guys, appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe on the way out. Thank you for everyone that came in and hang out with me for a little bit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with more on this Tiffany Henyard saga. Peace.